Hi students, today I want to explain about the nucleophilic substitution reactions. Here, nucleophilic substitution reactions. Nucleophilic substitution reactions. In the previous class, I gave that a nucleophilic substitution reaction contains how many parts. Here, suppose if you are having an alkyl halide, a nucleophile reacts first, it gives a reaction intermediate, then it converts into products. It is the basic reaction. And here in this alkyl halide, this is called as alkyl group, and this is called as actually halide, and this is also called as leaving group. Leaving group. Leaving group means it is taking this pair of electrons because of a partial negative, partial positive charge. This is taking this pair of electrons and it is leaving as a X minus. So nucleophile here it is having negative charge or a lone pair, and this nucleophile will attacks on this alkyl group and first forms a reaction intermediate, and finally it converts into a product. Here the products mainly formed is R nucleophile plus X minus is formed. This X minus is called as leaving group. So generally weak bases are better leaving groups. Please remember weak base. Weak base is a better leaving group. Okay. Next, suppose if you are taking this nucleophilic substitution reactions, here the nucleophilic substitution reactions are mainly classified into two types. In this first one is called as SN1 reactions. SN1 reactions. So what is a nucleophilic substitution reaction? Here substitution means one group is replacing the other group. So what is that group replacing? Nucleophile. A nucleophile is replacing another nucleophile, that is called as a nucleophilic substitution reactions. Okay. And here in these two types, first type is called as SN1 reaction and the second type is called as SN2 reactions. So these are the main two types of reaction, and the third type also we study, that is called as SNI reaction. Okay, SN1 reaction, SN2 reaction, SNI reaction. SN1 reactions first we will take, that is a unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So unimolecular 1 nucleophilic substitution reaction. 2. SN2 reaction, bimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. SNI reaction, intramolecular or internal nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, first we will discuss about the SN1 reactions. SN1 reactions. So what is the meaning of SN1? Here SN1 reaction means substitution nucleophilic unimolecular, or I am writing unimolecular nucleophilic nucleophilic substitution unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. So unimolecular means molecularity is 1. According to kinetics, molecularity is 1. How molecularity is 1? We will check it. Here SN1 reactions. What type of compounds will show SN1 reaction? Generally, tertiary alkyl halides. Tertiary alkyl halides undergoes to SN1 reactions. And here, along with tertiary alkyl halides, The other type of compound shows is benzyl and allyl. Benzyl and allyl halides also shows SN1 reactions. And next, what about the primary alkyl halides? Generally, primary alkyl halide shows SN2 reactions. We will discuss later about the primary alkyl halides and SN2 reaction. So, tertiary alkyl halides mainly shows SN1 reaction. Along with that, benzyl and allyl halides also shows SN1 reactions. Okay, what is an SN1 reaction? Here, in the SN1 reaction, generally, what is happen? Tertiary alkyl halide. So I am writing direct simple equation R1 and R2 and R3, and this is alkyl halide. It is a tertiary alkyl halide. R is a alkyl group. It is also another type of alkyl group. This is another type of alkyl group. Three alkyl groups present on a carbon is tertiary carbon. It is a tertiary alkyl halide, and this is reacting with a nucleophile. Here nucleophile, a negative charged species, are having a lone pair in the presence of a solvent. Here the solvent taken is a polar protic solvent. In the presence of polar protic solvent, the reaction occurs. And finally, what is formed means here R1 and here R2 and here R3 plus, not plus, here a single bond nucleophile plus the other compound possible is nucleophile, and here R1, R2 and R3. So along with this, what is formed is X minus is released. So our nucleophiles two times you took, X minus you wrote only one time. You don't compare or don't balance it. Okay, I am not balancing the reaction. Okay, what are the main products and how the reaction happens only I am giving. Okay, no need to check the balancing. Okay, so alkyl halide is reacting with a nucleophile in the presence of a polar protic solvent to give alkyl and nucleophile containing product. This is a tertiary alkyl group containing nucleophile attached in the place of halogen. Okay, this is called as a retention configuration. This is called as inversion configuration. I will do later about this. This is the main reaction happening. So I wrote complete reaction, but this reaction occurs mainly in two steps. SN1 reaction mainly occurs in two steps. So what are the two steps? Suppose if you are taking the first step, here I will give the first step. Simply here only I will write SN1 reaction first step. First step of the mechanism. So here SN1 reaction first step. Here in the first step, this is in the presence of a polar protic solvent. What is a polar protic solvent? Generally the polar protic solvent means which releases H plus ion on ionization is called as a polar protic solvent. For example, I gave water, and this is called as the first step, and this is called as the slow step, or it is also called as RDS. What is RDS? Yes, RDS means rate determining step. The rate determining step. And in this first step, what happens? In the presence of a polar protic solvent, please remember, in the presence of a polar protic solvent, the carbon halogen bond decomposes very easily or ionizes very easily. Along with these two electrons, halogen is leaving. The halogen is leaving from the carbon halogen bond, and so here what is formed is R1, and here we are getting R2, and here we are getting R3. Now carbon is losing this pair of electron. One electron it actually from carbon, it is losing its electron. So carbon gets positive charge, and here we are getting X minus halide ion is formed. That is called as actually living group. Lg means not living good, it is a living group. Okay, so that is a living group which is living from the alkyl halide, that is called as living group. And here this is called as a tertiary carbocation. What is the tertiary carbocation hybridization? How many sigma bonds present? Yes, 3 sigma bonds are present. 3 sigma bonds present means it is sp2 hybridized. So what is the shape? It is trigonal planar. The shape of the molecule carbocation is trigonal planar. Do you know what is trigonal planar structure? This is only. Okay, this is trigonal planar structure. Means on a plane, 3 bonds are present. Okay, that is the first step, slow step, rate determining step. Please remember how many reactant molecule participating in the rate determining step? Only one. Only one reactant molecule. What is that one reactant molecule? Alkyl halide. The reactant molecule participating in the slow step is alkyl halide. So this is a tertiary alkyl halide. So tertiary alkyl halide only participating in the rate determining step. According to kinetics, the rate of reaction is directly proportional to alkyl halide. Alkyl halide concentration. How many alkyl halide molecule participating? 1. So power 1. So according to kinetics, chemical kinetics we studied, in the order of reactions or molecularity they gave, rate of reaction is directly proportional to alkyl halide concentration power 1. This is rate equation. And as per this reaction, what is the order of reaction and molecularity? Yes, order and molecularity. Order and molecularity of the reaction. Molecularity of reaction. Order and molecularity of reaction is 1. So this is called as unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, why we are calling SN1 or unimolecular means here the rate of reaction depends on only concentration of one reactant molecule or alkyl halide concentration. So the order and molecularity of the reaction is 1. So this is called as unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reaction. Okay, this is first step. So please remember this is first step. I am arranging this now. Okay. Second step. Now I am writing second step. What is the second step means? The nucleophile attack occurs. In the second step, nucleophile. Here what is the first step product? Carbocation. This is R1 and this is R2. R2 and this is R3. Here positive charge is present. Now the nucleophile attacking. Here nucleophile having negative charge as a lone pair and this is attacking now. And how this attacks on the carbocation means it may attacks the carbocation is attacked by this nucleophile either from front side or from back side. So here I am writing this as 1 and here I am writing this as 2. Means if this is occurring, then it will give one product. If this is occurring, it will give another product. So like a paper, if you are taking a paper, or suppose this is one plane, if nucleophile is attacking from this front side, then we will get one product. If nucleophile is attacking from the back side, you will get another product. Okay, so that is the actual availability or advantage of this process because it is having trigonal planar shape. Okay, so the nucleophile can attack from front side and from back side. If it is attacking from front side, the first product is formed. Here what is the first product? So here I am writing the first product. Here R1 and here R2 and here it is R3 and the nucleophile. This is product 1. Okay, and next, suppose if the nucleophile is attacking from the back side, backside attacking means here nucleophile attacked, and here R1, and here R2, and here R3, and this is called as a product 2. So product 1, product 2 is formed. That is, two products are formed. And as we said in the stereochemical aspects, or as per the stereochemistry, as we studied in the optical isomerism stereochemistry, here if you see the alkyl group halogen is present in the front side. We can say this is front side. If it is front side and the product containing nucleophile in the front side, here this side it is a front side. Sorry, here this is also front side. If both are in the same direction and the configuration is the same, then that is called as, yes, it is called as retention. Retention in configuration. Retention configuration. Okay, so retention configuration. Retention configuration. But if you see the second product, alkyl halide halogen is front side, but nucleophile is in back side. So when the nucleophile is in back side, then that is called as inversion. This product is called as inversion. Inversion configuration. So we are getting two products, not single product. Please remember, two products we are getting. One is a retention product, another one is inversion product. When we are getting the mixture of this retention and inversion products, then that is called as a racemic mixture. Here, if a plane polarized light is rotated by this into D side, means clockwise direction, it can rotate in anti-clockwise direction. So this is a D isomer, for example, then it becomes L isomer. Or these are called as mirror images, non-superimposable mirror image relationship containing, and these are called as enantiomer pair, or simply we can call it as a racemic mixture. Racemic mixture is formed. So what is the ultimate, the final product in the SN1 reaction means racemic mixture is formed. Racemic mixture is formed. And very important thing, please remember, 82, okay, 80 to 95% racemic mixture is formed. 20 to 5% inversion product is formed. Inversion product is formed. So please remember, in a SN1 reaction mechanism, racemic mixture is mainly formed 80 to 95%. And practically, this is experimentally observed. This is experimentally observed. Experimental value. Experimentally, racemic mixture is 80 to 95%, but 20 to 5% inversion product is formed. Please remember that. And tell me, according to this, which is more in percentage, retention product or inversion product? Please comment in the comment box about the answer. Which is more in the percentage? As in SN1 reaction, which product is major? First option, retention product. Second option, inversion product. Okay. Which product is major in percentage? I am asking, which product is major in percentage? Retention product or inversion product? Please give the answer in comment box. Otherwise, I will give in the next video. Okay. So this is a two-step mechanism present in SN1 mechanism, and the factors which influences SN1 mechanism are unimolecular nucleophilic substitution reactions. That is the next one. Okay.